Friday Night Kaizo race. I'm the creator of this week's level. We've got 5 racers. We've got Brickman, Akos, Szechuan Steve, Davey, Misha, and then we have a bunch of people that I don't know are racing in the background. Probably Agami, probably QC, probably maybe Dr. Donuts is here. We got a bunch of people. Anyway, I'm gonna post the code and we're gonna get this underway. All right. Here we go. So we can see Szechuan Steve is off ahead. Looks like he got the load the fastest. Brickman's jumping in. So you can see on Szechuan Steve's screen, there is a map kind of in the main hub room there. You need 6 keys to win. You need 6 keys in order to get through this. And the first little section is just a little hallway jumping over some UFOs. There's nowhere else to go. You can explore the other rooms, but you need to go to that forest hub world, kind of get the top, see the map, get a little reference to what's going on. And right now, we're going to see who is the first person to actually head in the right direction. There's a lot of places to go. There's a lot of places to peek, but not a lot of places you can actually make progress here. Looks like Akos is having trouble. I think he... a lot of people are dying on this little intro run. I will say I have played this intro section so many times that it has become... I've perhaps have forgotten the wonkiness of it. Alright, so the first person out to the top looks like it is Davey, making his way up, and he's got Crash Kick at the next checkpoint, followed closely by Szechuan Steve. So Davey jumped into the spike room to get that key. He cannot actually leave that room right now with what he has, so he's going to have to remember to come back and check that out later. Szechuan Steve going to do the same kind of thing. He's looking at it, drops down, nowhere to go. Rip. Your time in this race will be determined by how long you spend in dead-end rooms. Alright, Brickman making his way up to Charge Kick as well, as Davey moves down into the first actual kind of Kaizo trick, whereas Misha is still trying to make her way across his. Picture look female, I don't know, we'll just Misha. That name is very... what's it called? The name is unisex. You are the bear from World of Warcraft. Alright. So, Szechuan Steve moving down into the little Kaizo room. Brickman very much trying to get up to that area. He can't quite get there yet. Davey making his way past the Kaizo section into the Yoku puzzle, the lower Yoku puzzle. You can see there's a snake section above. They're going to get to that one later. And Davey is through the Yoku puzzle. He's going to drop down. He's got to hold right, make sure he does not die on those spikes. Into the next room. And he's made it through. Davey is currently very much in our lead here. He has hit the next checkpoint. Brickman investigating the death box, the death cube. Misha still trying to make his way through. Make its way through. Make the bear's way through. Alright, Akos making it through the first Kaizo puzzle. Szechuan Steve making it through the first Kaizo puzzle. Davey's got a strong lead now, doing the underhang section. Everyone else playing on the puzzles, on the Yoku puzzles here. There's one section in the Yoku puzzles, where you have to stand to be safe. Brickman getting clipped into the wall, murdered by that red laser. And Davey's just feeling out this next section. Misha making it through the first room, now moving on, getting her way up his way. I'll just alternate back and forth. Making Misha's way through the map, gonna top on up there. Davey taking another stab at the underhang climb. falling down again. Now, actually, down below that area, if you fall down, you will scroll into the area where you get Skull Barrier. But you definitely can't get it yet. You just have to take a nice look at it and wish for longer times. Misha falling into the spike box. And we got Akos in the underhang room. If you mess up those bounces, you do not get another try. Everyone making sure to get that key every time. Szechuan Steve has now entered the room, or the underhang section. So he's going to be the first one. You see on Davy's screen there in the bottom, just flashed the skull barrier area. Is he actually trying to get it? I don't think he's actually trying to get it. We set that up specifically so it's not easy to sequence break. In theory, you can sneak your way in there, but that's not what we have intended. All right, everyone going around here. Davey looks like he's gonna be the first one. Yes, he's the first one to finish the underhang section. Misha still looking like Misha's trying to get that key in the spike room. Don't know if he's figured out that it's not intended. He is a newbie, Kaizo newbie. This is his first Kaizo race. And Davey making his way through the through the escort section. We have a what's it called? A Sniper Joe escort section. Sniper Joe escort. You got to shoot these metal blades up, and the conveyor will pull them forward, and you need to be able to take that hit to damage boost through that red laser to get to proceed onward. So Akos discovering the lower depths of the forbidden skull barrier section. Everyone else working on the underhang. Not sure what Misha. I think Misha's a bit lost. Misha's looking for stuff. Well, Misha's gonna find this section here. Hopefully sees that you need wind storm to get through there. Davy's still struggling with the metal blade thing. Brickman switches the wrong direction on that ascent, goes to nothing instead of metal blade, and loses potentially second place. Everyone else working on the underhang. When I made this section here was really what I wanted. I wanted kind of this. You have under like space beneath you, and you've got to kind of hang, and you're underneath the side of this big spaceship, or well, aircraft thing. So it looks like we're getting some stuttering from Steve's perspective. I don't know if that's the level or if it's his stream. Hopefully it's just his stream and that he's playing it just fine. We put a lot of effort into making sure this was Kaizo proof. Szechuan Steve, the second person to get on through, going to the metal blade area. Meanwhile, Davey, I haven't even been looking at him. He has past the next little section and is moving into our pink block gate. Moving into the pink block gate. There's triple pink blocks. You got to kind of step on them, flip your way around, and then get all the way through there. Meanwhile, Brickman still working on the underhang. Davey clips through the wall. I guess that's one way to do it. And now he's taking a look at this next section. Here you got to throw metal blade and be ready. Oh, he might be dead there. Oh, and he got it. Picking up the freeze. Going to the next section. He's coming into a very, very tight laser room. Very, very tight. You need to do this pretty much perfectly in order to get out of there with that key. We see Brickman and Szechuan Steve have made it to the metal blade escort room. Davey getting smacked once again by the tight charge kick laser section. Let's see if he can get it this time. Boom, there he goes. He's out. He's not out of the woods yet because he's not at a checkpoint. He's got to figure out this next trick. So this trick involves him freezing that fire and then charge kicking underneath. So all those portals lead to death. To make sure you can't damage boost and cheese it. Misha, I think Misha's a bit lost. Misha didn't go up top over there. Went back to the map though, so got an idea of where what the map looks like. Maybe that'll help him out. Meanwhile, Akos is still struggling with the underhang section. Szechuan Steve has made it past the escort and is now doing this little red rocket section. Everyone's scared of that ceiling, makes you want to move too quick. You just gotta have faith. Sometimes you gotta jump. If you get too close to the ceiling, you don't quite get there. Alright, Brickman going for that E-tank. So he's claimed that E-tank, but he's not going to be able to make it out of there alive. Going to go reset. Meanwhile, Davey here at the bottom, still working on his plan for this room. I think he's going to go back. He could have went back and grabbed a save. So I think he sees what's going on now. He could have grabbed that save, so he could have skipped the checkpoint room, or sorry, skipped this tight laser section and just stayed up there. But looks like he's got the hang of it. Brickman making it through the escort section. Oh, and then dying right above the checkpoint. That is unfortunate. Alright, Steve making it through. He's going to go check this section on the left. Sees, okay, can't go that way. Going to fall down, drop into his next checkpoint. He's at the pink gates. And Misha making her way back up. His way, her way. Should really find out. Is there anyone in chat can tell me who's watching? I haven't opened up chat. Poor Misha. Does anyone know Misha's gender so I can say this properly? Oh, I'm going to take a breather here. All right, so where are we? Brickman is at our little ropey section. He's made it through the escort. By ropey section, I mean these red rockets. Misha is trying to get up top. Does Misha know about the charge kick second jump? Fran, if you're watching, feel free to join the race. Follow that link and you can just start racing right now. Alright, so Akos, with a bit of a sequence break here. It looks like he managed to snag that skull barrier early. But he's not going to be able to make it back, which means he's all the way back up here. Now, even if he does make it to that section, it is quite a risky trip to get to a checkpoint with that skull barrier still. There is a way to do it. Okay. Looks like Davey finally made it onto the ice with the C-kick. He's moving on up. Hopefully he remembers to go take a quick save. There we go. Made a save. He still needs one more key in order to get that time slow. But hey, look. There's the next block. Out for him there. Misha's still having trouble with the start. If anyone maybe wants to go over to Misha's channel, maybe let him know about the charge double kick. So we have Szechuan Steve. He's coming up on our little fire charge kick section. Ako's still struggling with the underhang. Brickman working on those on the pink gate there. Brickman making his way. He's through the gate. He's got to the next section here with the metal blade. All right, and we got Davey. Davey has made it through with the ice. Looks like he fell down, but now he's at... This is one of the more interesting tricks. This is very super tedious. Sorry, not tedious. Tense. Tense is what I meant to say. You've got to freeze these lasers, and you got to keep them frozen while you work your magic here with this, with these bombs. So what you need to do is you need to freeze the bottom ones, and then when you feel the moment is right, you need to charge kick up and freeze the top one. And then you can charge kick up, hit the bombs, and then wait for them to tick down, and one more time, do it again. So the speed at which people understand this one is going to be probably an equalizer in this race. Misha's still standing there, still trying to figure this out. I don't think she knows about the charge double kick, which is pretty much essential to complete this Kaizo. I hope someone can go over there. Here, there, Misha McMash. If anyone wants to go over there and say, hey, this is how the charge kick thing works, that'll help her progress. Her. Where are we now? Davey is working on the fire laser puzzle. Meanwhile, Szechuan Steve making it through. Let's see if he... No one has... He's trying to race that laser. Don't think he is fully taking stock of his arsenal here. Aiko's still struggling with that underhang. Aiko's, that said, is our resident king of Kaizo. Where are we at? Brickman looking at this next section coming up. Not quite getting that one here. Looks like everyone is pretty much has found their kryptonite, it seems. Davey really working hard to figure out this puzzle. Oh, okay. Davey's working up a strategy. Oh, looks like, is he gonna time out here? We're gonna watch. Okay, he's keeping it frozen. Keeping it frozen. He's got a little bit of a strategy, making a bit of a platform there. All right, this is not the intended strategy, but he is through. He figured it out. Brickman made it to the other side. Eyeing that E-tank, he cannot actually get it right now. It is impossible for him to get that E-tank right now. He's gonna come back with Flash Stopper at some point. So Davey here at the little topspin climb. He just got Search Snake. And boom, he did that like a freaking champion. Misha is a he. Perfect. Alright, thank you for updating me on that. Is Misha also a bear? Davey coming down into the Snake Yoku maze. So one wrong snake here and he's gonna unleash a torrent of red death right into his face. We gotta be very careful. Okay, let's switch to Davey's, nah. We're good with the sound we have right now. Alright, so Davey working on figuring it out. Accidentally blows himself up and explodes his own stream, it looks like there. Alright, making his way back into the room. Brickman working on the thing. Aiko's really trying to get through this section. Still struggling with the underhang. Szechuan Steve's working on beating this laser. Looks like he's getting pretty good at it. And Misha is still stuck with the double, with the lack of a double kick. Can anyone confirm? Working on. Oh, looks like someone explained and is working on it. Okay, we got a tutor for Misha. There we go. Gets the charge kick. Understands how that's working. Hopefully that'll open up a new pathway. Where are we now? Okay, so Aiko's working on the underhang. What happened to Davey? Davey, I don't see anything on his screen anymore. Davey, we're gonna reload the page, I guess. Gonna reload this page, see what's happening here. We're gonna have a quick pause. Our leader in this race has become unresponsive. Maybe he's offline. I don't know what happened there. Davey has went offline. Oh, no, there he is. He's back. Good. Hopefully we got everything back on camera here. Looks like it is good. Alright, we're back in action, folks. Don't you worry. So, Szechuan Steve coming up to the red laser wall. Akos finally making it through the underhang. He is making his way up to the Metal Blade Escort. Misha hopefully discovering his new Ultra Instinct abilities of Charge Kick. Gonna make it to that next section. Brickman also on the laser section. So second place right now is between Brickman and Szechuan Steve, seeing how they're going. Of course, we do have other racers who are not on screen right now. Notably, we have Yagami and QC, who are both very good Kaizoers. All right. Davey just got the time slow. So he's looking around, figuring out where he needs to go. There was actually a time slow block in the room he just came down from. Hopefully he notices that next time. He's got to grab the time slow right now. Make sure he grabs that. Gets the checkpoint. He's not seeing that. It's right in the left side of the screen. He's got a little time slow block, which is going to drop him to the left side. Hope he sees that there. Looks like he does. There we go. Moving onward. He took the hard route there. Could have just rode the platforms. Now he's got oil. He's going to have to go for a little surfing safari. Now there is a laser, so this is a tighter timer. Seeing if he can get through before that laser comes up. He will need to slow himself down on his ascent, otherwise he'll move too fast and hit the teleporters. Brickman still trying to get through the ice section. And Akos looking like he is through the escort. Let's see if he can make it down to the checkpoint without dying, and he's through the checkpoint without dying. He has Metal Blade, he can now progress. Szechuan Steve is still working on this laser trap, and it looks like Brickman has just decided, screw that noise, I'm going somewhere else. He's just taking a look around. The laser trap is the way to go. Now, I don't think anyone has realized that they can, in fact, use Charge Kick to freeze that. Freezing the base of the fire beam will actually freeze the fire. So all you need to do is freeze the bottom ones, do a short Charge Kick, and freeze to the left, and you got it. Now, I definitely did test this. You can, in fact, you can do the double weapon switch after a Charge Kick jump, and the fact that you're letting go of your jump button will actually help you avoid that red laser on top. Whereas if you do a pause switch, you might actually have so much momentum that you're going to fly right into that red laser. Alright, Brickman consulting the map real quick. And Davey, moving into the bottom section, going to go ahead and pick up Windstorm. You need time slow to grab this properly. Looks like he's going the other way. He's got Windstorm. Hopping up, taking the shortcut. Now he's back to where you got Metal Blade. But we've got another Windstorm section up here. And he has reached a Windstorm oil slider section. Now, the water has spikes at the bottom. It is not quite deep enough for you to do a full drop, so you need to be kind of precise with how you mount your oil in this case. Looks like we have Misha finally making progress, moving to the Yoku maze. Davey going through that little surfing section just fine, picking up his fourth key, dropping down through that Metal Blade section. That laser is not out yet, so he can proceed normally, grabbing a checkpoint, and now he's thinking, well, where do I go? Brickman still consulting the map. Akos at the triple pink laser section. And Szechuan Steve struggling with that fire, or with the freeze puzzle. Davey looks like his feed is struggling a little bit. He's making his way to the next Windstorm section here. He's got to freeze this fire and then Windstorm jump off of it. Now, it's actually pretty precise, because if you go too high, you're either going to plink or you're going to hit those Windstorm blocks and get yourself a big shot of red laser to the face. Davey also showing off there. He's decided, nah, we're not going to do that. We're just going to oil jump. And then looks like he died along with his stream feed there. That is okay. Brickman going back up realizing I think he needs to face the facts and beat this fire laser section. Meanwhile, Misha here has discovered the underhang section. This is pretty tricky, so this is the first instance of like multiple weapon switching mid-air. For an inexperienced Kaizo player, this might be a little kind of over the top, especially someone who just discovered charge kick jumping. This is like next level. Meanwhile, it looks like Akos is doing whatever he can to try to sequence break this area. He found the little underhang section. Davey is proceeding onward. He's continuing to do that windstorm a little too low. It is possible to windstorm higher and just go straight up to that ladder. Misha, Superstar dancing all the way down into the spike pit down there. Alright, Akos discovering the very fast, very tight red laser section. He's picked up the freeze, and he's going to be catching up to Brickman and Szechuan Steve. Neither of them able to surpass this laser section yet. Steve's coming up with his own strategies. Looks like he's got something there. He's hesitating, and then the laser goes. Okay, it looks like he's coming up with a little bit of a secret back path idea. He's got a plan. That plan will work by the looks of it. Akos here struggling with this, the tight laser chase, and Brickman staring at the map. I don't know if he had to take a break or he's thinking. He's analyzing, maybe he's taking a picture. Meanwhile, Davey's still working on this ice section. Now, unfortunately, for whatever reason, those lasers sometimes plink. And we don't really, it doesn't really help. But Ako's now trying to figure out the jump. He's got the right idea. He's got to realize he needs to freeze that fire if he wants to jump on it without dying. No damage boosting allowed here, no cheese. Szechuan Steve is technically in second. Okay, Davey makes it past that first wind jump area. Getting into another windstorm section. Hopefully, might take a death here, but he needs to realize that this is not an oil section. Do not use oil. This is just to prevent oil cheese, actually. I want you to use your windstorm abilities here. You should not be using oil. This is a pure windstorm section. You were able to previously skip this. Yeah, he's got the right idea. He knows what's going on. So now this is a bit of a tight jump. You got to either walk off or do exactly that, what Davey did just right there. He's going to C-kick inside, and he is going to be moving on to my favorite section. This is our Doctor Who time manipulation section. So he's got to go very fast here to beat all these lasers. He's going to get Flash Stopper down there. And then he's got a Flash Stopper before those Cossack platforms rise up and out of the way. So there's these time slow blocks right in front of you, force you to time slow right away. If you look in the two Flash Stopper blocks in the middle, he's on a main a clock. He needs to get through another red laser at the very, very end. So all his timing here needs to be very precise. But since we can stop time, let's see if he falls into the troll here. He got trolled a bit there. If you unfreeze time while you're standing on the Cossack platforms, that one's going to go down and leave you high and dry. You do not want that. So you got to switch your Flash Stopper mid-air so that that platform keeps rising with you, and you can catch the other one to get out. Let's see if he can... Oh, stop time a little too early here. That's going to need some bit of correction. So he's in midair. He's going to do some slow stops. He's got to make sure he doesn't waste too much of his energy. He does have a limited amount of Flash Stopper energy. And he's got at least one more Flash Stop coming up. He's got to cross here, and then he's going to get stuck on those bombs. So he needs to unfreeze time in that corner there. and then make his way back just as that bomb explodes. It is a delicate balance of time. Brickman surveying his area with his cape blowing in the wind. I don't know what he's trying to do here. Meanwhile, Akos working on that section. Steve still trying to get through that area with the fire lasers. He had such a good plan. Looks like he'll probably be the next person to get through, and Misha still working on the underhang. All right, Akos realizing he needs to freeze the fire. He's on top of the fire. He didn't go fast enough. That fire unfroze and dropped him right to his doom. So Brickman, Brickman looking for things to do. I think he seems to be very convinced that that laser is not where he needs to go. Meanwhile, Davy's still working on the flash stopper puzzle. Oh, Szechuan Steve has made it through. That was very fast. He's got 2 keys. Does not have the 3rd key. Looks like he overlooked that 3rd key, meaning he's probably going to have to go back. Unless he realizes it. Okay, there. He's going back up. Hopefully he notices there's a key up to the right there that he needs to get. There we go. Okay, he sees that key. Make sure he gets that key. Otherwise, he'll have to do that lovely laser section all over again. Davy's thinking about his plans here. What he wants to do. Misha reconfiguring his controls. Akos made it through, going up to the laser section. This will be a true test for the King of Kaizo. We're going to see if he can, how fast he figures out this section. He is in position to pick up 2nd place if he surpasses Szechuan Steve here. Davy looking like he got the flash stopper out of there just fine. And he's now looped back around to this pink gate section. Showing no struggle there. Here, you can actually play around with it. You don't need to do what you did before. Davy taking a short hop into the pit there. Akos figuring his way around the fire lasers. Looks like Misha is looking for the code again. Or Misha is just... Oh, yep. Misha's looking for the code. Hopping back into the level here. Szechuan Steve really playing with this topspin jump. Brickman going back through the Yoku maze. This is not going to take him where he wants to go, but it will loop him back around to a place that lets him, I guess, get back to where he started. Brickman looking a little lost here. Davy still working on getting back through that gate section. Akos working on the fire lasers. I can see right away I'm going to get nothing but complaints about this fire laser section, but that's fine. Gotta break these Kaizo players out of their shell every once in a while with some new stuff. Looks like, there we go, Szechuan does the topspin jump, gets the key, he's smiling, he's happy. Knocked that one out of the books. Now we can drop down. Oh, and he's just realizing that he got that checkpoint, so if he dies here, he's gonna have to do it again. So he's got to be very careful here. Davy deciding to go ahead and skip that E-Tank, even though now he has the ability to get it. Sees that flash stopper block is going to move forward into, we have a flash stopper UFO ride. So he's got to get both of these going. If you look at Proto Man when he's on the these platforms here, he stands like Vegeta. He's got his arms crossed and he's all serious. Anyway, I think that's funny. Look at that. Alright, so he's going on a magical journey on these UFOs. Brickman going on a bit of an adventure, re-exploring the rooms, looking around, trying to find stuff. Misha going re-escalating or removing, re-adventuring through the section that he had already went through. Davy out of flash stopper. Can he get in there. He's going to try the one-frame C-kick jump. Doesn't get there. Spent a little too much energy on the ride. Brickman back at the very fast flash kick section. He is literally a wall away from Davey, but with much less power-ups. Davey looking like he's coming at this from a bit of a weird angle. He's got the two UFOs aligned, not in an ideal ideal way, but I think he's going to be able to make it work. Is he going to make this? I don't know. Oh, he gets there with enough power, so we should just let that ride out. Slide in. He is the first to get Skull Barrier. Now he's got to make the return trip. And he has a lot of options here. You have Charge Kick. You have Wind Barrier, but you got to watch out for these little ladybugs who are going to try to ruin your day. There's no path to get back to the start without using at least another ability. So you've got to really plan your trip. There we go. Those ladybugs really trying to get in the way here. Davey taking a bit of a jump forward, gonna crash kick up. Ooh, is he gonna get blocked by this? I can't believe he didn't die there. That was amazing. Szechuan Steve working his way through the snake maze, gets murdered by a Yoku block, unfortunately. Akos has made his way through, grabs the snake, and is pretty much neck and neck with Szechuan Steve now. Davey going to investigate the area, trying to see what else is what. Trying to figure out now where he needs to go. He is getting very close to our ending here. He's going to need to explore around a bit to figure out where he needs to go. Szechuan Steve working in the snake maze. Got to make it quickly down there. All right. He had it. He had a good idea. Looks like he managed to resave. Oh no, he doesn't have that key. He's probably going to have to come back and get that key later though, or he's going to learn the maze and then go get the key. That might be his plan. Brickman still going on his magical adventure. Davey trying to figure out where to go next. Szechuan Steve working on that key. Sorry, not Szechuan Steve, Akos. So now Akos hasn't, I don't think he's triggered the laser maze checkpoint yet. Which means once he gets this key, he'll be able to save it and not come back. Whereas Szechuan is going to have to come back for that key, or at least remember to go get it before he proceeds on his way. Brickman sufficiently lost here. He really doesn't want to do that laser maze, or not the laser maze, the freeze flame thing. Meanwhile, Misha working on that underhang. Honestly, for a newbie Kaizo, if he manages to get through this underhang, that is probably a very strong progression achievement there. That is not an easy section. So I would say, hey, we should just hand Misha first place when he gets past this section. Because that is definitely a more advanced kind of Kaizo switching section. He's doing the pause strats. It looks like he's getting it. Oh, bounce down there. Maybe can recover. He's learning. He's learning. This is a quick lesson. Davey coming back up through the windstorm area. Trying to jump higher. You can get over there, but it's just an empty box with some spikes to kill yourself on. Alright, Akos finally nabbing the third key. Moving down into the snake maze, grabbing that snake maze checkpoint. He is officially in second place. Szechuan Steve taking a look. Perplexed by the snake maze. We're going to see... oh. Alright, looks like Akos destroyed his lifeline there. He's not going to be able to finish it here with that lower... The left side lower snake block gone. Davey making his adventures around. Brickman still working on the underhang again. Feel kind of sad for him. He has no reason to be doing this underhang a second time. He needs to go up. Misha's still working on the underhang. And Akos eating a big laser to the face there. Szechuan Steve looks like he's doing some hand gestures. He's the only one we can see his face of, so we're gonna... Two something. Working his way through the very lovely snake maze, trying to math together how it works. Everyone they're just sitting there staring at it. The very snexcellent maze. Had to include snakes in here somewhere. This is my snake contribution. So it looks like he's learning. Oh, did that a little too early. He's got the right idea. Ako's just sitting there. I don't know if he's still mathing it out. I can't hear what he's saying, but that's fine. Davey, looks like he finished his loop. He's just looking around, trying to figure out where he wants to go. Looking for the next progression. Maybe he'll remember there's a map and go check out the main room. As soon as he heads back up to the map area, he'll get a nice hint. He's got Skull Barrier there. Lets him kind of shortcut this section. Does he die? Yeah, he does die, unfortunately, there. He's got to kill that block in order to jump through. Akos. Looks like Akos came on through with the map. He's going to have to reset there. There is a bit of a glitch. If someone wants to let Akos know that he can just restart. There he goes. He did the restart. That should fix that little glitch. That's a new glitch. Random door glitch. Not sure what causes that. I thought it was an energy spawner. The new energy spawners being underneath doors. But apparently it's just a new quirk of 1.3, which, as you can see, brought us Proto Man. Now, Proto Man in this form does not behave any differently than Mega Man. You can set him to have a Super Buster Shot or or take double damage, a la Mega Man 9 and 10. All right, Brickman making his way around here. Szechuan Steve still in the snake maze, and Akos dropping down, picking up oil. Picking up oil, he's making his way out. Davey is lost, so Davey is looking for where he needs to go next. Made his way back down here. And, you know, that's the difference between this and a regular Kaizo level. Oh, looks like Szechuan Steve made it through with the key. He's going to run into that little bit of a glitch. He's going to be scared for a little bit, thinks he's going to need to restart, and it's going to work here, and he's going to have a nice sigh of relief on his face. Okay, he's all happy. There we go. Szechuan Steve moving through. Looks like Akos went through with the oil. Going to be able to pick up that windstorm next. And now Szechuan Steve looking to use that time slow to get the oil as well. Davey still trying to figure out where to go. Misha working on the underhang. Brickman is lost. Brickman, I am so sorry. This level was for you. I hope you find your way. If you open a key door and get a checkpoint, that can happen. Oh, interesting. Okay. Kelev letting me know that door key glitch is a bit weird. Akos. Akos making his way. Oh. On the bottom screen, Davey completing that little E-Tank puzzle. Getting the flash stopper. Oh, and then dropping it. It doesn't matter because he gets to keep that E-Tank. That is all fine. But he's the first one that we've seen complete that puzzle. Misha working on the underhang still. Akos moving on to the Windstorm oil section. Szechuan Steve grabs the oil, working his way towards Windstorm. Him and Akos are pretty much neck and neck. Brickman's still lost, unfortunately. Brickman, do the laser. You were there. That's what you need. I believe in you. Don't give up. You can find it. All right, Szechuan Steve making his way through. He's chickening out there. Chickening out didn't. He's gonna take the underway. I think he realized at the last second that he could have just went straight and been okay. Akos having a good time with this windstorm oil jump. By the way, we're moving in. We're about 40 minutes into this race. Davey realizing he can use his newly acquired time slow on this room to make it trivial. Akos having a bit of trouble getting over that spike without dying. Szechuan Steve, I don't know if he realizes he can time slow before switching rooms. That would severely help him with his switching issues. All right, making it through. And boom, he is through. He can just, he's going to get knocked off. Hopefully he realizes he can just windstorm straight up through there. Doesn't need to do that trick again. This is a Metroidvania. We try to make it, or I tried to make it as any revisits are much easier by the other weapons that you have. Can't go backwards there. Sorry, Steve. Gonna take a big laser to the face. And Misha still working on that underhang. Looking forward to Misha's progress there. Akos manages to catch an oil wave, but wasn't able to capitalize on it. And Davey is still lost. So the important thing that for Davey here is going to be realizing to go back to the map room. If you're lost, go look at the map. The map will give you everything you need to know. Szechuan Steve making it through. Let's see if he realizes to go straight up. Not quite. The mind game of this section. Oh, there we go. Looks like Akos making it through. Oh, misses the key. Doesn't get the key. Is he going to restart? Oh, he is going to restart. All right, Akos getting the jump again. Going through. Second time's a charm. Going to switch to charge kick. Not down those spikes. He's got that key. Fourth key in the bag. Make it through here before the laser starts. And gotta get to that checkpoint. Boom. He's got it locked in. Now he went this way again. Not sure why. There's nothing really here except a bunch of death. He's going to need to go all the way to the left. Brickman staring at the map. Brickman needs to realize he has to do that laser puzzle. It is possible. Meanwhile, Davey just going for a stroll on the spike, still trying to find his bearings, find out where he needs to go. A lot of people are going to start catching up if he doesn't figure it out soon. Szechuan Steve rounding at the windstorm oil section. Getting on the oil, smashing into the spikes. Akos, a bit lost now. And where are we now? So Davey's standing in place trying to figure out where to go. Davey right now needs to go back to that main room with the water and the oil and the portals, and then go all the way up one more level to get to the map room, so he can figure out where he is going. If you look on Brickman's screen, Davey needs to go to the top left corner where that NATO is. That's where he's going, and right now he is almost at the bottom, just underneath that oil icon on Brickman's map. So that's where he needs to go. Akos trying to cheese the skull barrier. Doesn't need to go there yet. Come on, guys. Just explore a bit. Don't need to go through that portal. Szechuan Steve almost making it over that barrier, I guess. See if he can do it. Oh, and he makes it. He's got the key. Dropping down. He tried to get a little greedy getting that E-tank. Steve, you don't need that E-tank, or you might. Missing the key again. Brickman spent a lot of time looking at that map. Unfortunately, I don't think we can give him hints. Misha still working on this trick here. Using the pause strats. Gives you time to think. Misha needs to go over to that right UFO. He's going to get through this. And Akos figuring out where he needs to go, moving onward to the new section. He is at the freeze section, where he's got to freeze this fire and then move on up. All right, looks like Davy's finally going to start making his way back. This little section can be made easier for Davy. He has Oil Slider. He could have actually just broken that oil block and slid on through without having to worry about doing any of that crazy charge kick stuff. Let's see what he does. He's going to make his way back. At least he has a purpose at this point. Akos still working. He's up top, going over those spikes. Moving into a wind jump. Hopefully he doesn't use oil. Oil is not the key. Oil is what we're trying to avoid. Don't use oil. Catching a bit of the red herring there. Brickman moving his way back around. Alright, so we had some technical difficulties here. Technical difficulties, we are back. It looks like Davy made his way, found out where he needed to go. For anyone who missed that, it was a bit of a cloud walk on some spikes, and then he got up to a tornado area. He's making way through the NATO area to get his last key. Looks like Szechuan and Akos are still stuck in that the frozen laser jump. Akos turning around, going to experiment somewhere else. That is the wrong way to go. Akos needs to be doing this little section here. This requires using Windstorm to hop over that area. Brickman going through the whole area. Did he restart? I don't know where Brickman is at here. Oh, I gotta regain my bearings after that internet issues here. Davy making his way through the NATO maze. Steve looking at this map, trying to figure out what he needs to do. What he wants to do is shoot 2 winds down there, and then he needs to use 1 wind to bounce off the wall. Akos going back. Looks like he's going to the map. Needs to figure out what's going on. Didn't quite make it that time. There we go. Steve. Okay, Steve has figured out what it is. That should give him the renewed confidence that that is what needs to be done. So he should take a solid 2nd place there. At least for now, since Akos seems to be going on a bit of an adventure. Trying to head back to the map. Misha still working with the underhang. Brickman is lost, I think. Brickman needs to be going up to that laser thing. I think he's trying to cheat it now. Grabbing that skull barrier. That is not what you need to be doing, Brickman. Brickman, of course, the requester of this Kaizovania. Alright, Steve making the jump. See if he can get the C-kick in, and he is good. Steve has now solidified himself back into 2nd place, getting murdered by that laser. He is at this now time slow section. He's got to be really fast if he's going to make it through here. Let's see if he picks up on what he needs to do. There he goes, quick switching to the time slow. And moving down through this section, Davy has his 3 keys, and he's going to take it right on home. He is at the end. Moving onwards towards this boss fight. Restarting real quick to fix that door glitch. Alright, 1, 2, 3, checkpoint, hard knuckle. And Davy is at the boss fight. So the solution to this is you're going to have to bounce this knuckle off a couple tellies onto Sparkman. And then you just want to stay alive while that just punches him to death. You can't use any other weapons because you got that knuckle going. Now, most people probably won't know yet, but Proto Man's shield is out when he's up, and he can actually reflect Sparkman's shots. There we go, just like that. While he's jumping. Can't take very many shots. There he goes, finishes it off. Davy has completed the race with a time of 56:49. Get that swanky Proto Man pose. Davey is now in first place. CU comes in second. I'm sure someone in chat will let me know if Yagami or QC finishes ahead of time. I do not, unfortunately, have the Discord open. Congratulations to Davey. You went through that like a beast. Szechuan Steve working through this time slow puzzle. Needs to make sure he gets it. That looks solid. He's gonna... Unfortunately, did a bit of a pause there and unfroze time, stopping him from being able to get up onto those Cossack blocks. Brickman still working on the other... Pardon me. Brickman still trying to cheese Skull Barrier. The level is completable if he manages to cheese that Skull Barrier. He is not locked if he does do that. Steve, look there on the right. Looks like he's gonna be stuck on that Cossack block. Needs to unfreeze it mid-air so that it doesn't go down on him. Meanwhile, Akos working on the still working on the Windstorm puzzle. I haven't seen yet if he's experimented with it enough to realize what he needs to be doing there. Steve going down for another attempt at the time stopper. So now there are two ways that you can unfreeze time. You can just pause, or you can do a quick left-right change. Wow, Szechuan Steve got there so fast. Freeze time! Freeze time! No. So you gotta freeze time. It is a very precise time section. Time is of the essence in this trick. Steve's still working, trying to get through Akos on the frozen fire jump. He's up there. Let's see, he's still trying to work with oil. He's still trying to do an oil jump. Akos, that is not what you need to do. Unfortunately, you have been lured into a false sense of I got a raid. Davey's raiding with a party of 6. Hey Davey, how's it going? Hey, Zodanor, yes, everyone needs to stay cool under these strenuous circumstances. Oh, looks like Szechuan Steve, did he glitch through the wall? Looks like Steve glitched through the wall and he's going to have to make his way back. Now, he does have time slow, so that's not really a bad thing. Because the one tight part won't be so hard. Where... Brickman... Brickman may have screwed himself. He can still get out of this area. If he drops down and to the left, he can get back to the freeze section. So he does not have to reset. I think he's contemplating his area. If someone wants to go, maybe tell Brickman that he does not have to reset. There are no resets necessary here. It is impossible to bring yourself into a soft lock. We have a lot of people trying to figure out where to go. Szechuan Steve working his way back to where he needs to go. Akos still working on that Windstorm section before the time area. Akos has a chance to take second now because Steve unfortunately glitched through that wall and hit a checkpoint on the other side. Akos going downwards, the lower route. That's not going to get him where he needs to go. Steve looks like he's having a grand old time. Alright, looks like Brickman managed to make it across without Flash Stopper. And so now he has Skull Barrier. So let's see if Brickman beats this level the hard way. Brickman, don't try to jump. You can't make that jump without Crash Kick. So Akos taking a look at the Flash Stopper puzzle room, realizing that he can't go there right now. Meanwhile... Wait, hold on. Okay, Steve is over here. Not sure. How did he get there? I wasn't even paying attention. Steve has how many keys? Does Steve have Flash Stopper? I don't think he has Flash Stopper. Alright, so both Steve and Brickman are in a precarious situation where they've got their way to this checkpoint without... This is not the way to go. They're gonna be wasting time. Akos looks like... Wait, was I not paying attention and he managed, or did he get up there and die? Doesn't look... Yeah, he doesn't look like he has Flash Offer. No! No, Akos, don't do it! Don't do it, it's too... Don't go that way, that's not the way to go. Gonna jump into the same trap as everyone else. Not sure why Steve is doing that. Alright, Akos looks like he's going back up. That's good. That is the way to go. Or that was the way to go, Akos. You need to go to the left. Oh, he's going to drop down here. Please don't drop down. Is it a soft lock there if you fall without Flash Stopper? No. So if you look on, I guess... Actually, it looks like Brickman went out that way. So you could just drop down and then crash kick underneath. If you look on Steve's screen, so if you just jump off the ledge that you're on and crash kick to the left, you can actually nestle yourself back under and figure out. But anyone who got there probably got there by the way you can leave. So anyone who's here should know that they're in a place where they're not supposed to be. Looks like Misha's loading this up for the third time. Davy's stream is off. Maybe here, let's remove Davy from this. Davy's non-existent. We can rearrange these other names. Let's turn on Brickman's sound again. Alright. So, Brickman is still up here. Szechuan Steve is now down here. Where are the other names? Akos is up here. And Misha is over here. Alright, there we go. Bigger view. Unfortunately, I can't really see chat anymore, so we'll be fine with that. We can go without chat. So Brickman has Skull Barrier, and I think now he's looking at his window saying, man, it's very late. Trying to figure out where he needs to go. Now, for everyone watching, he can, with this part, go straight and get NATO. And then with NATO, he can get... he doesn't even have... Why does he have no keys? How does Brickman not have any keys right now? Did he open the 3 doors and not get time slow? Did he lose all his keys somehow? What happened to Brickman? Where are his keys? Where is this man's keys? We're gonna put this right here. So I can see chat. Alright, there we go. So, looks like Brickman's gonna go the cheese route. He's working on the cheese. Steve is still working on some cheese. Alright, so Brickman's here at our little skull climb. Just so you know, Davey, and for anyone else who's watching, you can actually get NATO first. There is a way you can lure a telly up, damage boost, walk on these, and then continue damage boosting with the snakes to get all the way to NATO. You can beat this level without Flash Stopper, without Skull Barrier, without Wind, and without Oil. Alright, so Brickman looks like he's making progress through the cheese route. Akos is going back down, cheesing the skull barrier as well. Taking the hard route. Szechuan Steve making it through. Everyone's doing the cheese route here. Everyone seems to go... Oh, wait, Steve has... Oh, Steve has Flash Stopper, sorry. Looks like Steve made it through and got everything. Steve's fine. I don't know when he got everything. We were maybe during the reset. Wasn't paying attention. Steve's looking like he's through. Steve's showing a bit of rage on that last death. Brickman trying to figure out a way past these snacks. These cloud snacks. There needed to be some snacks in this level. Alright, and Brickman grabbing NATO, placing himself solidly in, I guess he's in second at this point. Aiko's deciding, okay, well, we got Skull Barrier. I guess we'll go do this section again. He does not need to do this Flash Stopper section at all. Now that he has Skull Barrier, he has no need to come here. This is completely superfluous. Brickman going to get this key. And I guess this section's a little easier to do. He looks like he unlocked the transition there somehow. That's interesting. That's not terrible that that's unlocked. Brickman working through the NATO maze. Slowly wants to not hit those spikes and then can just hop into a portal. Perfect. Now he doesn't have a checkpoint yet, so he needs to get back. He needs to get out of here without dying so he can preserve that NATO. And honestly, I don't know what keys he's missing. Oh, he's missing the key by Snake. And he's missing the key right below him at the bottom of this little cloud area. The one in the spike box at the start. Misha still working on the underhang. Szechuan Steve trying to go through. He has Flash Stopper. I don't know why he's not using Flash Stopper. Maybe he thinks it's easier? Like, I guess this works just fine. That's a nice little alternate route. That actually honestly didn't look that hard. So that's probably a nice cheese that you could use all the time. Okay, Akos has made it through. He is going through getting Flash Stopper. Learning this little puzzle here. Brickman's still working on getting back to safety with that key and NATO. Didn't quite make it the last time. Steve continuing his Vegeta spins. Getting through now. Slowly making progress. There are multiple ways to go across here. The route that I use, right off the bat, you can in fact jump and crash kick to get on the top layer of spikes and then have a nice, simple jog all the way back. Okay, looks like Akos didn't quite do that fast enough. Gonna get a big red laser to the face. Oh, Misha almost getting that. On the underhang there. The last top spin is going to be a bit tricky for Misha to get, so... Where are we now? Gonna look around. Everyone's dead. Ritual death is what is happening now, so we can summon Sigma. Oh, Aceco's clipping through the ground there. Oh, and then time runs out. That must feel a little bit of a sting. Never fun when the glitches get the best of you. Aiko's making progress. Slowly, Brickman going up for that key. Oh, and he teleports away right before grabbing the key. Little cautious. Those spikes there are not... those spikes are not really something to be afraid of. You have a lot of... You can cancel your ascent pretty quickly. Okay, Brickman's got the key again. See if he can get back out. Szechuan Steve still working Still working on his strategy. Hopefully he figures out he can flash barrier. Alright, Brickman's out. Grabbing that checkpoint. He sees a key down below. This is pretty trivial now that he has NATO. There are multiple ways to get out of this box. You can windstorm as well. Took a death there, that's not a big deal. He is right beside us. Aiko's still working his way through, trying to get Flash Stopper. At this point, he needs it to get out of where he is. Alright, let's see if he can finish this off. He needs to undo Flash Stopper real quick in that corner. And then refreeze right as the bombs explode. There he goes. Shoots on through. He is out of there. Drop down, gonna get himself a nice checkpoint. Boom. Now he's gonna unfortunately realize that that was all for naught and that he needs to be going somewhere else. Meanwhile, Szechuan Steve is still working on just securing that that skull barrier. Having a hard time with the return trip. Brickman working on getting that key. Personally, if you want to get out of there, you can undo your tornado to halt all your left and right movement, so that you can fall straight down, redo your tornado, and then fly away straight up. Looks like he's doing a version of that. There we go. That's a nice exit. He needs a checkpoint though, because that checkpoint's all used up. So there is one at the top of the screen if he remembers it's there. He's got NATO, so he has no reason to do anything slow. There he goes. Goes at the top. He might be the first person to see the secret room. Let's see if he... Oh! Looks like he glitched down. That is... It's not a soft lock. It is not... Actually, it is a soft lock. Yeah, he can't get out of there, so he will need to reset. He's going to go find the room, though, but he's going to realize he's not going to be able to leave. So, found the giant treasure trove room full of stuff. But he cannot get out because he needs to break those Flash Stopper blocks. Akos is now coming back to reality. Going to head over to the main room and hopefully find the next place he needs to go with the Skull Barrier, which is up to that tornado. Szechuan Steve still working on the lower Skull Barrier section, and Misha struggling on that underhang. Slowly gonna get it. I have faith. Alright. Steve coming back here with the Skull Barrier. Brickman coming in, claiming all that sweet, sweet, delicious loot. That's way more E-tanks than is necessary. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to get out, though. Unfortunately. There's no way to get through Brickman. He's going to have to reset, but you can just jump down there the easy way. Use that Flash Stopper like I know you can. Stop the time. Go through the... No, you're just going to... Oh, right. Well, here you are. Brickman trapping himself in a red death chamber up high above the Redstar, which is the name of this mighty Metroidvania ship that everyone is trying to make their way through. Brickman saying, fuck that. Trying to figure out where to go. He's missing... No, that ain't gonna do you any favors, Brickman. He's missing the one key that is past the snake weapon, which is actually past this laser area. Which this area, however, can be made incredibly trivial now that he has time slow, tornado, time stop. He's got a lot of things that can completely trivialize that section. And then even the top spin area to get the key, he has NATO and Windstorm, which he can use to go all the way up to the top. So he's just missing that one key in order to seal the deal. Meanwhile, Akos trying to get back to the main room, trying to do some clever surfing. Looks like he paused for a second, didn't need to do that. This is another alternate route to get back through that section. I try to make it so that there's always different ways to use weapons. Alright, Akos surfing on through here. Going straight through, and he needs He needs Ice Slasher. Didn't quite get there. Running out of breath. Gonna have a quick drink here. Brickman. Brickman looks a little lost. Brickman is going to the one area that he hasn't been before. Gonna probably end up picking up Flash Stopper, even though he really doesn't need it now. He just needs to go get that last key. Brickman has a very strong aversion, apparently, to lasers. Alright, Szechuan Steve looking like he's made it back. Got Skull Barrier. He's on his way to NATO. Hopefully he realizes that he's got time slow. Can slow down this section very well. He does not need, there we go, slows that down. This is now very trivial down there. Brickman, thinking about maybe going to that map room. Eiko's at the map room, so you can see there's a key right beside the snake at the top of the screen there. That's the one Brickman is missing. Eiko's needs to grab NATO in the top left, and then the key right below Charge Kick. That is where they are trying to go. So hopefully Eiko's has an idea of where he needs to go. Looks like Misha is still working on that that thingy. Fran is racing too. Someone give me the link to Fran, and I'll add him to the multi-twitch. We can add a latecomer into this race. All right, Eiko's going on up, taking the Skull Barrier route into the Box of Death. Pardon me for the coughs. Now he needs to think wisely about how he wants to get this key. He has a Charge Kick. Alright, now getting out of here requires, without NATO, requires him to use Windstorm. It is not impossible. Oil's an option. You definitely use oil to get into position, but he will need to use Windstorm to get out. Brickman treading the untread paths. You can see there how NATO is really kind of trivializing a lot of things. Up and to the left there is not only the start, but also the map, which, if you recall, was made out of spikes. So if he does kind of press up against the map, he will die. Alright, so we got Fran's thing here. Let's load up Fran. Alright, here we are. Back on track. We now have an additional racer. Fran 560 is in here. Let's see if Fran can find his way through. Fran's a he, right? All these unisex names throwing me off. Alright, Eiko's going up through the clouds, trying to get to that NATO. Brickman dying on the edge of the map. Szechuan Steve found his way back into the oil area, which is not where he wants to go. We think Fran is a she. Alright, we're going with she. Misha's still working on the underhang. Fran got a bit of a choppy stream. I don't know if that's me or her. Getting up through the underhang. Let's see. Going through that nicely. Can he do the last top spin? And up there, getting Metal Blade. So what you saw there is exactly what Misha needs to be doing. Misha's taking a shortcut. That will still work. Oh, almost gets in there. Making progress, though. Very impressed with how far Misha's come since he has started. Brickman restarted? What happened with Brickman here? That's very unfortunate. It looks like Brickman restarted the level. That's unfortunate. Szechuan Steve, back into the time slow area. He does have time stopper and time slow, so he could just easily leave this section by just time slow and then time stop and then leave. He has no reason to be here. Meanwhile, we got the Akos working his way through the clouds again. And Fran is working on the Metal Blade Escort. Learning that you could shoot in all directions. Trying to make this work. This is a bit of a precise... You gotta have faith in those metal blades as they go. Brickman looking like he's gonna go for it. The run back. Alright, and Szechuan Steve coming out. He's got everything. He's got to find his way back to the top there. Getting stuck on the bottom of this base. Not finding his way. Once again, this is the difficult part of the Metroidvania, is trying to figure out where you need to be going. And not getting too sidetracked or lost. Okay, Akos has made it here. He's got NATO working towards that key. Working towards that key. It looks like he skipped the box key, the one in the spike box. He'll probably go back to that with NATO, which will make it much, much easier to grab that key this time. Brickman going through everything at the start. Got to kind of relearn some of those tricks that he passed already. And gonna have to fight through that underhang for the third or fourth time now. Fran making her way through the Metal Blade Escort. A lot of these streams look like we're having a bit of drop frames here. See if Fran takes the hit, and Fran is through. I really want to see if I can cover up this, cover up these gifts. They're kind of blocking the way. I just realized I had my little Mega Man Maker logo in the way this whole time. Let's move that over here. Can I add a black square? Alright, that's fine. I guess we'll just leave that going. Yeah, we'll just leave that going. Okay, so Akos is out. Has escaped the box with the key. He has all three keys. He just needs to go home. That is all he needs. Find his way to the finish without dying. Looks like he's on a good strat. Do not use tornado in here. This is a big mistake. If you try to tornado across here, you're going to have yourself a bad time. That is much more difficult to do than just walking across. But I guess he made it work. In that checkpoints, open those three doors, walk to victory, and Akos has made it into the boss fight. Let's see if he can figure out what to do. Looks like he figured that out pretty obviously. Now he's just got to not die. I don't know if Akos has grabbed any E-tanks along the way, so he's got to be very careful with his health. Only taking damage from the tellies when he needs to turn around. It looks like he's keeping ahead of Sparkman. Trying not to waste any extra damage. And that's it. Akos has finished. Looks like in second after being way behind at the start. And yeah, very, very impressive. Akos locking it in. Yeah, that's with a time of, I don't know, that looks like about an hour and a half. Actually, looks like exactly an hour and a half because we started at 7:27. So 1 hour and a half for Akos. Second place, I think, unless QC finished sooner. I'm going to check chat real now. All right, Akos is done there. We're going to pull Akos out of the mix. We got Szechuan Steve back up here. Looks like Szechuan Steve has made his way. Found the clouds. Made his way up through the clouds to the NATO section. Now he's working through the NATO maze. Brickman progressing again. Fran has gotten through the Metal Blade Escort and is now working on her way towards the freeze. Brickman knows the route pretty well now, making sure he gets through. He's got freeze. Oh. Doesn't quite make it through there. Took that safety save though, so he doesn't have to do the speed thing. Steve working on getting through this tornado maze. Misha still working on that underhang. Very large amount of determination there. Very, very impressive that he is still in this after an hour and a half trying to make this work. I believe. Brickman now 2 keys. Needs to make his way up. Don't go down. This is actually the part where Brickman got lost last time, so Brickman doesn't actually know where he needs to go because he has yet to do it properly. There's a whole top right corner of this map that Brickman has not been to. Follow the block, Brickman. Go up. You know it in your heart to be true. Alright, there he goes. He's doing it. Just get up there. There we go. Okay. Brickman making his way to uncharted territory. For himself at least. He has yet to do the freezing laser section on his own. Let me load up chat again. Alright, he's making his way up. This is the way to go. Alright, now Brickman. Let's see if he can get through this section. No, don't turn around. This is the section you need to beat. I believe in you. Szechuan Steve still working on this tornado maze. Fran at the triple pink rocket gate. And Misha still with the underhang. Steve grabs the key, trying to make his way back. I don't think he realizes he could just go to the portal. Okay, gets into the portal. Now he's got to make his way back without dying. Oh. Drops right onto a spike there. Lets out a bit of profanity. Good thing we have him muted. We can't tolerate that kind of fucking language on our stream. Alright, going back through again. Brickman staring into the abyss that is this laser section. Hope he realizes he needs to freeze. He needs to freeze that that fire in order to start the whole trick. If he doesn't start freezing the fire, he is not going to make any progress there. Steve's still working on the NATO maze. Very carefully. We got Fran going through the triple gates, makes it through the triple gates. Just trying to get to this next section. Oh, and drops the charge kick. Steve still working with the NATOs. Brickman being very, very cautious here. Perhaps the lasers to the face are not they're quite unsettling if you're not. There we go. Okay, he's finally got the lasers frozen. Now he's got to figure out what to do. Blowing all his ice. Blowing all his ice there, trying to get back down, and that ain't gonna work. That is a secret area. He needs flash stopper, but that is not gonna get him to where he wants to go. Looks like he's a bit flabbergasted with this section here. Freeze and charge kick. That is all you need to beat that section. Freeze and charge kick. I believe Davey actually did the second time without charge kick at all. He was able to off-sync those fires, or get those the fire frozen where he could stand on those. Steve making his way through the NATO maze still. He is so close to victory. I know he can taste it. He knows he can taste it. He has all the weapons. There's just one key left. This one key between him and victory. Fran making her way through the pink crushers. And Misha still working on the underhang. Misha getting very good at this first section. Using the pause strats. I don't know if... Okay. Oh, she reset it. Oh, okay. He reset it. That's fine. Brickman taking a breather, throwing his controller against the wall. Something. It's clear that this is not his favorite section. Steve working on the NATO maze still. Key for any NATO strategy is realizing that changing your weapons kills all your momentum. So you can just move to where you want to be and then just change weapon very briefly and you will not go side to side anymore. Just let the stick be neutral and you will fall straight down. That's how you get through this little section here. Alright, Brickman taking another stab at it, realizing... Alright, he's got it. He knows what to do. Freeze it again, Brickman. He is making progress. He found some cheese there where you can apparently freeze it from the top of the ladder. That's impressive hitbox tech. There we go. He is in completely new territory, despite playing this whole level twice and getting almost to the end. He's going to go ahead and skip that key. I don't think he saw it, unfortunately. Going to refill up his stuff, and he's heading into the snake maze. Maybe he's going to go up north. Okay, he's going up top. He sees what's happening here. He's going to check out to the right. Hopefully he sees that key. Things to bounce on. Goes to the front of this giant laser cannon. That's what that is. It's a big laser cannon. There's a whole lot of nothing over there. But he needs to go up to get that key unless he wants to do that laser trip again. Meanwhile, Fran is still working on getting through this little shoop-de-whoop. Requires Charge Kick and Metal Blade are right beside each other. So it is possible to do a quick switch. You don't need to pause. One of the biggest issues with pausing is most of the time when you pause, you're going to lose your upward momentum because you're going to let go of the jump button. Fran falling to her death there. You can actually just fall down with Charge Kick and go back to the other side of that flapjack for safety purposes. You don't need to do it all in one smooth motion. Alright, Brickman trying the top spin climb now. This is, you got to do 3 bounces on these little turrets. You got a free reset. It's not hard to reset this, but it is very precise to get that jump. Steve still here with the tornadoes. He had it once and kind of fell on a spike, dropped him flat on his face. He needs to center himself, find his inner tornado, and make this one happen. You can see a little bit of frustration setting in. Let's see if he can shake it off and make it through. Brickman working on the top spin climb. Misha still working on the underhang, and Fran, looks like Fran made it through. Wasn't paying attention there. Fran made it through that little weapon section. Has freeze, is exploring a little bit. Please don't go that way, Fran. Don't. It's not worth it. You need to go up, Fran. That is where you need to go. Alright, Fran did all her exploring. She is at the murder super fast laser section. Gotta go fast. Brickman's still working on the top spin section. Szechuan Steve still on the NATO. He is so close. He is so close he can taste it. Meanwhile, Fran making progress. See if she can get the very tight jump. You need to cut that first corner very closely in order to make it up there without dying. Now, one of the common mistakes here is people are going to rush through the second jump. They're going to charge kick too fast, so they don't have enough height to make it up there. It is very important that you can take a full jump on that second charge kick as long as you make this first turn nice and quick. Brickman's still trying to climb up this top spin tower. If you do get the second bounce... no. Never mind. I'm lying. Alright. Steve coming through. Trying to use one NATO to make his way through. And running out of steam. And if you run out of, if you actually let the tornado expire naturally, you cannot reapply the tornado. So this is a lesson in patience with the tornado. Oh, looks like Fran made it up through the laser chase. Fran took that safety checkpoint. Gonna figure out now which way she needs to go. Up there through the fire. Brickman has that key. Brickman, don't jump! Don't jump, Brickman! Wow. Poor Brickman. Alright, Brickman's gonna have to go get that key again. And then go down through the snake maze. He realizes he doesn't have that key. And Fran looks like she's got the right idea of what she needs to do. Szechuan Steve making his way through the tornado still. So close. So the trick here is you want to get over the ridge of that first little, I guess it's like a 7 of teleporters there. Drop yourself down a little bit and then restart a new tornado right there like he did. Pretty much exactly what he did there. Alright, now we want to make sure he doesn't die. Alright, so he's got it. Brickman working on the snake maze. Szechuan Steve needs to be very careful. He wants to go all the way to the right to make sure he does not die here. Or get sniped by a snake. Or, okay, just walking down, checkpoint. Alright. Steve, you just need to walk it on home any way you want. You might find the secret treasure trove if you explore in that direction. But all he needs to do is go to the center room, open up that teleporter, and go punch Sparkman in the face about 40 times. Meanwhile, Brickman's going back up, doing the top spin ladder to get this key. Misha! Oh, Misha was so close there. Misha has almost completed the underhang. I am very, very impressed with how far he has come since he started today. Looks like Fran has not quite got the idea to freeze that fire yet. And alright, here we have Szechuan Steve going into the boss. Hopefully he jumps into the portal. There we go. He is at the boss. Hopefully he realizes what he needs to do. Yeah, and he's got the fist on him. Now he just needs to stay alive. Getting hit by those munchers is very bad. He wants to only really get hit by tellies. That is his main source of damage boosting back and forth. You just want to get hit by the tellies only. Now he can pause to use an E-Tank if he wants, but then he'll have to reset up the fist. He needs to be very careful. He's almost got it there. Finish off with a couple punches, and he is done. Szechuan Steve, I believe, coming in third place with a time of 1:43, it looks like. Complete. Quite the adventure on his part. It looks like Misha is taking a bit of a break there. Fran trying to figure out where to go still. And Brickman is staring at the snake maze. I don't know who else has, if anyone else has finished out of Yagami or QC. We'll see. I guess I could probably take a little look right now. Let's see how Misha does with this. Nope. Alright, so we're going to turn off Mr. Szechuan Steve and focus on these last three. Alright. We have our first, second, and third. We're going to keep going with this until we reach, I guess, a point of no return.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, let me get back on track here. Fran, still working the hard way. Misha, still working on the underhang. Really, really getting close. I don't think I've seen Misha use that far right UFO yet, even though that is the intended way. Brickman rocking his little cheaty strategy from before by climbing up that ladder, being able to freeze it from below. Alright, Brickman making it through. Getting that checkpoint. Now hopefully he doesn't go down another time. And that way he'll be able to safeguard that key once he gets it. Looks like he paused there, maybe taking a breather. Maybe cursing my name a little bit for creating this level. That's fine. This is, after all, a Kaizovania made by his request. Oh, and hey, I talked right through it. Misha made it up. Finally made it up past the underhang and is now at the Metal Blade escort section. Hopefully, Misha, I guess, realizes, or not realizes, but I hope Misha gonna have a little breath of fresh air. This is a much easier section than what he just did. So congratulations, Misha, making it through that one section. That was not an easy thing to do on your first try.
20 minutes later.
Alright, looks like Fran made it through. And Fran is making, or not Fran, Misha. Misha made it through. And Misha is making his way up through the ice section to the laser, charge kick laser area. Quite the gatekeeper of this run. Fran is now hosting me for up to 5 viewers. I'm going to assume that means Fran decided to peace out. Alright, Fran ducked out. Fran is coming over here. Hello, Fran! We were following you with such vigor, such excitement. Too hard. Well, you did very well. You did very well with how far you got. So with that, we are down to Misha and Brickman, at least on stream. We're going to reload up this stream so we just have the two of them. Brickman makes it over, gets NATO. Going to change up these names. So we got Brickman over here, and we have Misha on this side. Where can I put this? Put this right here. There we go. Alright. Brickman has his 3 keys. Has all the items. Literally found the treasure room. He just needs to go home and seal the deal. Brickman rounding his 2.5 hour. Gets a key. Gonna open these doors. Gonna get one more door glitch for the road. Does a quick reset. 1, 2, 3. Last checkpoint. Hard knuckle. Let's go punch Sparkman. Let's see if he figures out what to do. Very easy. Ride that. Oh, missed the first fist. See if he can pick up the second one. Once you get the tellies off, it's a little harder to keep it going. Okay, there he goes. He's got the fist on him. He's got to make sure he stays alive here. Doesn't want to take more damage than he needs to. You want to go back and forth. And only taking damage from the tellies. He's a little behind on damage. That's fine. All 4 tellies seem to be right on top. Oh no, they were just despawned. Couple more hits and he's going to seal this deal out. And like that, Brickman has completed. Oh! Oh no! Oh, he got it. No, he didn't. Oh no! Right at the last second, Brickman, victory snatched by one of those munchers there. Alright, one more time. We got some spite punches coming for Sparkman here. That was a dirty, dirty theft of victory. Right at the last second. Alright, we see Brickman now with renewed vigor, making quick work. You can actually reflect Sparkman's projectiles there. All right, for reals this time. Just using Tornado to make sure he is out of the way. Claiming victory for real this time with a time of about 2 something. Brickman with the victory. And we have Misha getting up to the laser section. Got some glitch lasers going on there. Alright, so with that, I believe our last racer being visible is Misha. So Misha's still got a ways to go. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna end this stream. We're gonna take everyone here. We're gonna go raid Misha and cheer him on.
3 hours later.
We got Misha here on the home stretch. Last key.
Okay, I didn't think I hit up or down, but
He has come a long, long way. We got 5 hours and 55 minutes on that clock. And this is a guy who came into this knowing nothing about Kaizo tech and now has pretty much learned all the fundamentals. He has learned charge kicking,
and then shoot it again.
double kicking.
Misha.
He's learned
Get this, please.
windstorm
close.
jumping, oil sliding,
no time
windstorm
to,
into oil
choke.
slide, snakes, metal blade, a time stop, time slow, spike walks with the skulls, NATO. He has learned so much. Look at this guy, NATOing like a pro. Okay, well, except for that part.
Okay, I'm at 6 hours now.
6 hours.
I know I'm nearly done. I know I'm nearly done because that's the last key, and then I'll get hard punch.
Oh, and he's
I'm out.
out. Now he's got to get to a checkpoint without dying. See if he knows where he's going. You just drop down there.
Nope, that's
There
not
we
the right
go.
weapon, but whatever.
All right, he's on the home stretch.
Checkpoint.
Only one thing left to do. I don't think he even knows what's coming, so let's just sit and watch on his final moments,
Why
the
am I
final
doing this
leg
the hard way?
of this
Practice, I guess.
amazing Kaizovania adventure.
Oh. Okay. Get up there.
All right, he's got the fist on, and he got eaten.
I
Alright,
appreciate that it only does 1 damage.
Let's see if he can take what he's learned and make this happen. Once more onto the breach. Oh, he switched his weapons off. That turns off the
Alright,
hard
messed up.
knuckle, so he's
There's
not going
hard
to be able
knuckle.
to do it that way. The only weapon that's going to do any damage to him right now is this hard knuckle. Proto Man has a shield, so if he jumps and reflects Sparkman's weapons, he can
Alright, I'm not
hurt
gonna
him that
survive.
way,
Wait,
which is
what am I
not
doing?
efficient.
I got E-tanks galore. Aw. There we go.
He's got to be careful here with these E-tanks.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm very well aware of that. Oh, I missed. Get up there. Oh. I'm gonna run out of hard knuckle here. Oh, the tick of death. Yeah. What am I? Why don't I just do that? My brain is mush.
Alright, so he's back trying to get that knuckle up there.
This is a bad start.
Alright, he's restarting. Smart idea. Smart idea. You need to get that knuckle up there right and early.
Well, I know the floor munchers hit hard. That I know.
Alright, there we go. Optimal knuckle start. And now he's just gotta be very careful. He's just standing there. Don't know if I agree with that plot. Okay, he's ahead on damage. He's neck and neck with damage. Needs to be very careful. Yeah, he's got a nice sizable chunk of damage coming on Sparkman. Can he close it out? Misha! Misha! Misha!
Done.
Hey! Make sure he doesn't get killed. Don't pull a brick, man. Don't pull a brick, man. And he did it. GG! Six hours and approximately 4 minutes. Misha,
Holy crap, I actually did it.
from 0 to hero.
Thank you, Gumjaw. That was an amazing level.
You're welcome, man, even though you can't hear me. So, I would like to thank all the racers who took part in this, and especially Misha for sticking it out for 6 hours. That was amazing. And, you know, I want to end this commentary.
So, yeah, for the record, definitely better than Byako Extreme. Thanks. I'll take that over Final Fantasy XIV Extreme content any day.
I want to end this stream saying, look at Misha here. He started knowing nothing and he ended with everything. Put your mind to it. You can accomplish whatever you set your heart on. My name is Gumjaw. You've watched a ton of awesome streamers. Please go follow all of them. And we will see you next week for some more Friday Night Kaizo races. Take care.